to Chair Yoga with the Prescott Library. I've got a yoga brick and my weights. I have 1 pounders. If you want to go a little bit higher, it's up to you. Well, he found me. Just take a nice big breath in, find a comfy spot on your chair, and just bring your hands all the way up. And just relaxing down. I like to think when I stretch up, I'm just opening up all my spine all the way up, stretching, stretching, stretching. And just relaxing down. Reaching up, engaging your tummy, and just slowly dropping down. And just do a little bit of a kind of a roll down with your head. Opening your back up. And coming up. Breathing in and just dropping your head down. Letting your back just really enjoy that really nice, gentle stretch we're getting in. Nice breath, reaching your hands all the way out. And bring your right arm over your left. Open your shoulders. It's nice to get a gentle stretch in. Switch sides. And opening up and relaxing your arms down. Nice big breath, reaching up. And bring your arms down in front. Now if you want to keep your hands here and not use anything extra, you don't have to. I'm actually just going to grab my weight, or my weight. This isn't a weight, it's a brick and it weighs like 10 ounces maybe, right? So just holding it together, whatever is good. If you want a little bit more narrow, find what's good for your elbows and shoulders. So just bring your hands in and reaching out. In and coming out. A little bit of shoulder work. Now obviously if you don't have a yoga brick, there's no major requirements on that. Reaching forward, doing a gentle twist towards your right and to the left. I know a lot of us can hold our hands out without guidance. Sometimes it just actually feels better to just give your hands that space without one hand kind of, way in the back, just because it can. And coming back and twist. And coming in. Also notice that my arms get a little bit of a bigger workout just because I am holding on to something. Twisting. We'll do one more. And just resting down. Now widen your knees. We're going to do a little bit of a active reaching up and dropping down. Now if you really need a little bit more work, that's where the hand weights could come in handy, because you can do this with adding a couple pounds in here with your hand weights, holding them together kind of the same way. Usually if you do the smaller, the 1 pounders, they are kind of, I would say, a little bit shorter. If you do, say, the 3 to 5, obviously they're a heavier weight. They're a little bit wider and longer. Depends on what you're looking for. And see, when you reach up, how does your core activate? See if you reach up and engage, and dropping down. And then bring your knees together and dropping down. Now this kind of modifies in a unique way. Doing your bridge pose, but really, or not bridge, boat pose. But with this, we're adding in a lot of core. And I think sometimes when we're sitting in a chair all day, we just think everything is not working. So this adds in, they call it the mason jar twist and other exercise kind of stuff. So as you bring your hands up, engage your core, turning around. And you might feel a lot of stuff working, right? You're going to feel it all the way down into your belly button, sides of your waist, and then just kind of twisting around. And if you're getting warm, it's very possible. We're working kind of a lot of everything. Bring your right leg up. Work your core at the base, down the rectus abdominis, and just either you can bring your knee up or bring your knee up, foot out. You find what your body needs. Engaging that core. I don't know, mine is definitely working, so I figure if I can feel it, you gotta be feeling it too. I'm also getting warm, and I'm pretty sure my house is not that warm today. Do a couple more. And last one. Whew. Nice big breath. Just giving yourself a little side to side movement. Feel your back opening up. You're actually doing a lot of stretch with that core. We really worked our core hard, really engaging it. But when we work them hard, we also need to stretch. Yoga's lovely that way. Widen your knees and just some gentle side to side movements. I honestly like to have my hands up a little bit. For me, it doesn't feel the same. I kind of just feel like I'm flopping over. Gentle ones. If it's not hard enough, bring your hands out to the sides. And if it's not hard enough, scoot a little bit to the edge of your chair, widen your knees, work on balance. Just a few more. If maybe I feel like that's my theme today, just a few more. And just relax. Nice big breath. Bring your chest up and open. Kind of glue the tops of your hands together. Drop your shoulders a little bit more. Really feeling that chest stretch. And dropping in. Dropping in, and coming up, grab your hand weights, and just doing some gentle bicep curls. And reaching up. So elbows up first. And when you bring your arms up, I have my elbows a little bit higher, but drop your shoulders down. Kind of pull everything down, making giant moves. A lot of these are fairly simple, so depending on say if you're working from home, depending on your desk chair, you can do a lot of these. And you can also do, you've got an exercise ball at home and that's kind of what you're sitting on. These are all still pretty doable. And just gently bring your hands back. Now even for people that have a lot of shoulder stuff, you could even make a lot of these moves smaller. You don't have to bring your arms back and kind of make a fly them open. Just some gentle side to side. Nice big breath. Just letting your body just drop in. Bring your left leg over, left arm underneath. Come into our eagle pose, and then you can either stay in an upright position, that might be absolutely more than enough. Otherwise, bringing your elbows and knees together, kind of further out. I'm curving my back a little bit more to just get more upper shoulder work. So my elbow's about mid-thigh. Coming up and dropping down, and coming up and dropping in again, and coming up and taking a twist. Just taking those nice big breaths in, and as you exhale, would deepen the twist if it's comfortable. Just gently coming back around. Switch legs, right leg on top, right arm underneath. And dropping in. And coming up. And dropping down. And coming up. And just dropping in. And coming up. And a gentle twist. Nice giant breath in and out. And coming back around, just relax. Bring your left leg up again, reaching up real tall and folding forward. And coming up. And folding forward again. This you should start feeling into your glutes. You're probably feeling the side of your leg, your IT band that runs from your knee into your hip. That might be a little bit tight. And coming up. And you know, if you need a little bit more, you're going to reach your hands out, deepening the stretch, add that gravity weight, right? I'm going to bring my hands in. Take a twist towards your left. So your elbow obviously isn't anywhere specific. If you got a big twist, kind of, halfway through, go for it. Did a lot of core work today. And coming up and taking the twist. Let's relax down, switch sides. Did you find your tight side? Today, this is definitely the side. Nice big breath and stretching forward. And coming up. And reaching your head forward. Once more, remember this is our third one. You can take your hands away, increasing that depth. I'm going to bring my hands into heart center and taking that twist. So relaxing down, just a little side to side movement. We're going to use our chair standing, so it'll be a little bit of a shuffle. So I think a lot of times we forget that we can use our chair in such a way. So bringing everything back. I have a slippery floor, so I'm definitely going to have my chair on my yoga mat. So just starting with a gentle stretch, pressing your tailbone back. And then if you can step back, another step. Pressing your tailbone back. Coming into a plank. And dropping in. I'm going to take one more step back, come into my plank, and pressing back. This time we're going to hold our plank. flat. Really engage your core. Taking a step in with your left leg, doing a gentle roll up. Now kind of do a little bit of a side plank of sorts. So your supporting leg on your left one could go back further, or keep where it's at with just a nice support, a little bend. And right leg in, opening up. And dropping in, back to our plank. Just bringing both feet in. So instead of doing a deep forward fold all the way down, just folding elbows and hands on your chair. If you're thinking it's not deep enough, kind of walk your feet back a little bit. So you can either do a nice forward fold, which is nice just to modify and yet really be supported. If you go further back, come into a pike. Holding in. And walking back. Put a bend in your knees, coming all the way up. Bring your hands back down, right leg up, and stretching straight back. So we're not opening our hips. Kind of want to though, don't you? Just modifying our warrior three. And switch sides. And resting down, switch. So we'll build onto this one, but I want you to be able to get, just kind of notice how your body is. And rest down. And if you're thinking you're too close to your chair, you can step back a little bit. I felt I was too close, and maybe you were too. And resting down. Give yourself a little further press back. And coming up, right leg out, and then now rotate your hips open, still holding on to your chair. Dropping in and rotate open. Now if you're noticing in yourself that was a bit tight, it might be, take a step forward with your left foot, right foot back, and holding all the way up, opening up, hip flexor on that right side, dropping in, and dropping down, switch sides. Coming up. got my feet facing forward so I can get that deep stretch on my hip flexor. If I rotate my hip out, it doesn't do the same. It's doing, it's kind of rotating and using other muscles that I'm looking for. And dropping down, come back into our nice forward fold. Left foot forward again. And reaching up. See if you can deepen the bend in your knee. And dropping your hands down. Lifting up into warrior three. Keep your hips down. And now open when you're ready. Still, so this is more of a half moon pose. And dropping down, taking a step back with your left foot. Dropping your knee. And coming up. And then open up when you're ready. Forward fold. So again, bring your elbows down if you need a little bit deeper. Gently walking yourself up. And opening up nice and wide. Holding in, we'll do a nice stretch. So if you're watching, and of course you're on a Zoom call, right? And switch sides. You have your feet facing forward, or if you need to just switch a little bit, you can rotate your knees. Nice big breath. Widen your feet. Coming down into a horse stance. I'm going to widen my feet a little bit more. Really works your inner thighs. Coming up a little bit. Still keep your knees soft. And dropping in. Got your glutes working. And if you're feeling all of a sudden a little bit wobbly, we are definitely doing some work. Holding in. And just slowly coming up again. Remember, keep those knees soft. We're not going to lock all the way. If you notice, if you play, lock your knees, your hips kind of go backwards a little bit, dropping your tummy. Keep your knees slightly bent. Go down a little bit. And then right heel up, left heel up. So if this is not phenomenal for your knees or hips, you can go right back to staying here in our horse pose, or come up a little bit higher Play with it. Holding in. Slowly press up. Lock yourself in. Nice big breath, reaching all the way up and dropping in. Thank you for joining us today. Namaste.